Hi, my name is Madison Walker, and today I'm going to be telling you information about the Black Plague. Imagine waking up one morning with a fever and very painful swollen bumps. Within just a few days, millions of people across Europe, Asia, and everywhere around the world are dying from the same exact illness. That was the reality during the Black Death in the 1300s. Today, I'm going to explain what the Black Death was, how it spread, and how it changed the world forever. First, I'll explain what caused the plague. Next, I'll talk about how it spread across Europe. Finally, I'll discuss the impact it had on society and why it's still just as important today as it was back then. The Black Death was a deadly disease outbreak that happened between 1347 and 1351. It was caused by a bacterium called Yersinia pestis. The disease was usually spread by fleas that lived on infected rats, although scientists now know through research it could also spread through close contact and coughing in some forms of the disease. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, the plague is caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis and still exists today, although it can now be treated with antibiotics. What is the plague and how did it spread? The plague spread quickly because of trade routes between Asia and Europe. Ships carrying infected rats brought the disease into port cities, and it quickly spread from town to town. At the time, people didn't really understand germs, so they didn't quite know how to stop it. Many cities became overcrowded, so the sanitation was poor, and doctors had little to no medical knowledge. Because of this, the disease spread rapidly and killed millions of people in only just a few years. According to Britannica, historians estimate that the Black Death killed between 25 and 50 million people in Europe, making it one of the deadliest pandemics in history. Why is the Black Death so important? Even though the Black Death happened hundreds of years ago, it completely changed history. Labor shortages led to higher wages for workers. Governments had to respond differently to public health crises, and medicine slowly began improving as people searched for better ways to understand disease. Today, scientists still study the plague to better understand how diseases spread and how pandemics affect society. The World Health Organization explains that plague cases still occur in some parts of the world today, but modern medicine makes the disease much less dangerous when treated early. So if you were to catch it, it's not as harmful as it was back then. In conclusion, the Black Death was one of the most devastating events in world history. It spread rapidly because people didn't quite understand what disease was, and it killed millions of people, and it changed society in ways that still affect us to this day. Learning about the plague reminds us how important science, medicine, and public health are in preventing future outbreaks. Even though it happened almost 700 years ago, its lessons are still relevant today. So next time you hear about the Black Plague, if you're in class, if you're outside, now you know it's not as harmful as it was, but it still does affect society to this day.